Student ID. My audience. Hi, my name is Matt Rogers, and I'm here to talk about personal protective equipment and the dangers of having it and being safe with it. So, first, I'd like to focus on different types of dangers that we all encounter at the workforce. There are several. One of the biggest is slips, trips, and falls. Many people that are in a hurry and trying to get a lot of work done, they tend to not focus on what they're doing, and they end up slipping or tripping or falling. It could be a very serious injury, and it could be minor. I've seen several different kinds. I've had a fellow employee, I've seen him get his finger mashed to the point that it took reconstructive surgery for him to have function of his pointer finger one time. Others are lacerations, cuts. Like I said, they can be minor cuts, or there's been people have limbs taken off because they weren't being careful. Safety begins with everybody, especially whenever you have a workforce with several people. Some employers have 5 to 10 employees, and others have 100 or 200 or 1,000. It just depends. And everybody that works together are responsible for each other, and mainly you're responsible for yourself. It is your responsibility to make sure you're safe while you're working and whatever you do. And this doesn't just go for at work, this goes for at home as well. Riding the lawnmower, working on an appliance, anything like that. Just always be aware of what you're doing. So let's talk about some different kinds of personal protective equipment. There are some of the most important pieces of PPE, as it's called, is safety glasses. And I have here some safety glasses. Safety glasses protect your eyes. I mean, somebody that can't see can't do a job very well. It would hinder you tremendously to try to do a job without your eyes. So this is very important. Another is hard hats. This will keep things from falling that fall and may strike you in the head from damaging your skull. And also lights. I mean, lights are a big importance. If you can't see what you're doing, that goes back to safety glasses. If it's dark and you can't see very well, you're liable to get injured. Another one is being ran over. If you work on a site or at home, or you're out in the street, say you're blowing leaves off the street and it might be getting dusk or it's early morning, a reflective jacket is very helpful. That way people can see you. Let's see, there's several other kinds. Steel-toed boots. They are very, very good to have on, especially whenever you're working around heavy material such as pipe, steel, anything like that. There's a wide range of personal protective equipment, and you pick the PPE that you want according to the job that you're going to do. Let's say you're using a razor knife and you're having to cut sheets of paper. Well, you don't want to worry about injuring your hands, so on your left hand or on both hands you would wear knitting gloves to protect your hands. Anyway, the main thing to take out of this is that safety is your responsibility. Just remember, it's better to be safe than it is to be sorry. One of the biggest issues that people have is, and I'm sorry for the glare, one of the biggest issues people have is not paying attention and thinking that it's somebody else's responsibility to watch out for them, or becoming lazy on the job, or becoming just unaware. This is one of the main things that people need to stay focused on. Every time you get up in the morning, I've heard it said told like this: every time you get up in the morning, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm going to be responsible for me today. I mean, that's one of the biggest keys to being safe. And as I said, personal protective equipment can ensure that to an even better extent. I'm an electrician, so I constantly have to put on electrical shock hazard suits. It protects me from being grounded and touching a potential of energy that could, in some cases, kill me, be a fatal injury. I have seen some of those. I had a boss that I worked for one time be shot and stayed in ICU for 2 weeks. I mean, it's a serious issue in my line of work. As I stated, the different kinds of PPE that you want to use, make sure that they are required for that job, and if they are required, then use them. And another form of personal protective equipment is a material safety data sheet. Anyway, better be safe than sorry. Thanks.